Hello everyone, welcome back to Fight Tonight channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I really want to get 5000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's so close, thanks for supporting me, guys. Devin Haney informs WBC of his next opponent. Shakur Stevenson responds. Devin Haney has been weighing up a decision on whether or not to vacate his 135 pounds undisputed title to move up a division. The 24-year-old became 4-belt champion by beating George Kambosos Jr. last year, and successfully retained those titles in a rematch. Following a second defense of his status this year, he was ordered by the WBC to decide on facing mandatory challenger Shakur Stevenson or its super lightweight champion Regis Prograis. It's no secret that Haney has been in talks with Prograis' team to make that fight happen. And Boxing Stand now reports that he has informed the sanctioning body that that's his intention. In normal circumstances, that would mean vacating the lightweight belts. However, it's claimed Haney has petitioned to keep hold of this, or at least the WBC. That move will not sit well with Stevenson, who is due a shot at the title no matter who holds it. He took to Twitter to comment on the developments. I respect the WBC and Mauricio Suleiman, but come on now, y'all can't allow him not to fight me, move up in weight, hold the belts. That don't even make sense. The WBC has recently come under criticism for allowing heavyweight champion Tyson Fury to step away from the sport and face MMA star Francis Ngannou. Fans see this as holding up the division and would likely feel the same should Haney be allowed to hold onto the belt whilst he pursues other title one way up. That said, there is no guarantee that the board of governors tasked with answering the petition will vote in favor of it. A well-known matchmaker from New York State, Rick Glazer, commented on the rumors persistently circulating in the boxing environment that Gervonta Davis may hold his next fight against Chris Colbert. Rick, who at one time arranged many fights for Larry Holmes, considers the choice of opponent truly terrible, because in the recent fight Colbert, to put it mildly, was not impressive. He suffered a one-sided defeat from Hector Garcia and extremely controversially defeated Jose Valenzuela. Premier boxing champion has just shown a huge face on pay-per-view with the fight of Gervonta Davis against Ryan Garcia. But despite this success, the company has now started negotiations on the fight of Davis against Chris Colbert. This is a terrible and absolutely senseless duel. There is no point in holding it unless it is an ordinary Showtime fight that will be shown on Saturday night, Rick wrote. Anthony Joshua's former trainer Robert Garcia laughed and said lightweight Gervonta Davis would probably beat him. Following this loss, the pair split and have exchanged some negative comments publicly in the 11-month signs. Most recently, Joshua praised his new trainer Derek James and compared him to Garcia, who, he said, didn't make him feel like he was being told anything new. Garcia is currently out in Las Vegas to watch Errol Spence vs Terence Crawford on Saturday night. After the final press conference on Tuesday, he was filmed by his News talking and joking a group of friends in a joint interview. Their conversation came about as the group discussed Inoue's dominant knockout win over Stephen Fulton on Tuesday. As always after a big fight, everyone is now looking ahead to find the next top challenge for the victorious champion. Even if Inoue were to then move up from super bantamweight to featherweight or go one further to super featherweight, there was some tough fight that await, but no massive names for him to face in a bona fide global super fight. In truth, Inoue would have to go all the way up to lightweight for that, and some fans have called for the Japanese sensation to do exactly this. There have been calls for him to move up a further 3 weight classes for a showdown with American superstar Gervonta Davis. Realistically, this will not happen, as Inoue is already a 4-weight world champion, having started his career at light flyweight and has only just moved up to super bantamweight at age 30. As such, when asked about this, Garcia initially said, "Why are you even talking about that? He is a 122-pounder. To further solidify this point, One of Garcia's friends then jokingly asked, "Who wins, Tank or Anthony Joshua?" Garcia shot out, "Tank probably beat Anthony Joshua." Adrian Broner's blunt response to talk of Naoya Inoue facing Gervonta Davis. Following his remarkable win over Stephen Fulton, talk has surfaced of Naoya Inoue continuing to climb the weight to take on three-way world champion Gervonta Davis. Though Inoue is currently at super Batman weight and Davis has campaigned as high as super lightweight, there are some on the line who believe the idea of the pair meeting somewhere in the middle and looking horns is not completely far-fetched. Both men stand at around 5 and 5, however Davis has a significantly thinner build and one would imagine would be much stronger than the monster. That seems to be a view of the polarizing Adrian Broner, who issued a sharp warning to Inoue when questioned about the possibility of the fight by Fight Hype. "Relax, man, he better sit his little ass down." Inoue captured WBC and WBO world titles at 122 pounds after defeating Fulton, becoming a four-way world champion at the age of 30. Despite the allure of a super fight with Tank, all roads for Inoue now appear to lead to an undisputed clash with Marlon Tapales, who took to the ring and shook hands with Inoue for a fight towards the back end of 2023. If that fight does get finalized, Inoue would have the opportunity to become undisputed at a second successive weight class, a feat never achieved in the four-belt era, in the space of less than a year. Espinosa highly rated the possibility of hosting Davis vs Haney in the future. A possible matchup between Gervonta Davis and Chris Colbert is also in the early stage of development. Per Espinosa, 29-0 as a multi-weight champion, Gervonta Davis is one of the most electrifying knockout punchers of this era, boasting 27 KOs so far. His last win is the prime example of why boxers should never sleep on the Tank Davis abilities. Gervonta Davis is fresh off one of his biggest career wins following an interesting build-up. Gervonta Davis silenced Ryan Garcia on April 2023 at Las Vegas, in what turned out to be one of the biggest fights of the year. Davis snatched Garcia's unbeaten record and won the bout via knockout in round 7 of the 12 rounds headliner. Tank scored his first knockdown in round 2 and looked dominant till the bout lasted. Now that he is done beating Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis has become an even bigger name in today's boxing. It remains to be seen who he faces next. Oscar De La Hoya disagrees with Ryan Garcia's fight plans. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.